My name is Brandon Stewart, go by the alias Staticalpha. My team is Crimson Viper, Doctor Doom, Strider Hear You. And I want you to vote for me in the Danger Room for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
How would you describe what it's like to be Staticalpha?
First thing I guess I could say is it's really intense. Sometimes it gets to be a little stressful. It's a lot of inputs. It's a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes. I feel like that a lot of other characters don't really have to present with. But so I'm hitting a lot of buttons, doing a lot of things, staying alive. That's really it. It's just intense. It's heavy. It's focus intensive, and a lot of inputs.
Everyone in the running for the Danger Room has a love for Marvel. And it's something that we've heard, a phrase we're going to hear a lot as people talk about it. What is your love for Marvel?
I feel like love is a big word. It's something that gets thrown around a lot. For me, when I say I love Marvel, it's definitely an all-encompassing thing. It's not just the game. It goes so much farther than just the game. Some of my lifelong friends come from this community. It's definitely a family thing. It's about the community. It's about the aspect of living with those people, experiencing life. The game is something we all do. We all love the game. But it's not just the game. It's what you take home from the game and what you take home from those events. That, to me, is what the love comes from. So if I say I love Marvel, I love the people. That's the most important thing.
Why are you the best Viper in the world?
I kind of feel like this. I don't think I started out being the best. I think it definitely took a lot of work and just a lot of repetition and being able to get the insight from the other Viper players. I feel like I'm a combination and I'm built from a lot of the techniques that come from the other Vipers. It's just something that we all molded together to build the character. So I don't think I would be who I am without those players. But if I have to say that I'm the best, it's because of everybody else.
Is your Doom from Florida?
That's what I'm doing from Florida. Let's say, man, that's hard. I would say yes and no. I like to give a lot of credit to Florida for putting the mindset of the character for Doom, but I would like to represent Tennessee on this. Tennessee Doom. I'll say Tennessee Doom. It's a combination of all the other Dooms from the West Coast.
How good is your
Florida,
Strider?
But yes, Tennessee Doom. I don't know. I guess I could say you could be the judge of that. I don't know. I feel like I do okay with the guy. For me, they talk about that hashtag Strider Die, which I think is a big thing. I know they use it for other things, but I use it for my ninja. So he's my favorite character, period. I love that character. I've always loved him from every game he's ever been in. I would have picked him even if he was bad. But it just so happens that he's good. So for me, I would say he's average, but he gets the job done.
When did it click for you that you were capable of playing at a world-class elite level? And what was it like when you realized that you were going to be able to do it again the next day?
Oh, man.
The next day.
Oh, man. I didn't realize that I had any, of the ability that I had. I didn't know that I could do some of the things that I could do until after it happened. For me, it was I think going into some of the matches, it wasn't the wins that did it. It was definitely the losses, I think, that I took more from. Going into the matches and playing guys like Ray Ray and losing the set 3-1, and then playing him at the next tournament because he was in my pool again, and then losing 3-2. It definitely was the catalyst that said, you're close. You're close. You're not there, but you're close. And then I started thinking, maybe I can play with these people. Maybe it is possible, And then with the help of all the other players and getting the experience, I play Ray Ray's team all the time, with the whole Magneto thing. For me, that wasn't something new. It was just something that was different, playing against Ray Ray versus playing, Remy. But I think once I beat him at KIT, I think once I was able to do it, beat him, and had the goal not be to win the tournament, but just to be to perform well and to see if I can get out and beat him. And it worked. It was something that I practiced for, and I was able to do it. That was the thing that was you're here. You can do this. You're not amongst the people that can't play with these. You can play with these top level guys. Maybe you're not the best of them, but you can play with them. And if they're not that far from you, maybe you can be one of those guys. So that was it.
If you make the Danger Room, you get nominated, you're flying out to Arizona, you're about to play Ray Ray. Let's assume that this is the first match that you're going to play, the first time we're going to see you on the camera. what's the number one thing you want the audience and the people in that building to know about Static Alpha?
There's work in the bones. You know, I can't stress it enough. Obviously I care a ton about it. I've put a lot of my sweat and my blood into it. And when I get on stream, because I do want to be there, I want to be there. I want this to happen. But if I can get there, the first thing you gotta expect from me is just pure energy, because it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get anxious. My hands are gonna tremble, and it's just gonna happen. Like I'm gonna be a wreck, and I'm gonna want it, and he's gonna want it, and you're gonna expect fast. The speed of the game is gonna be quick. Everything is gonna be precise and intense. Like it's gonna be stress. It's gonna be high energy octane. That's what you should expect to see. And there's gonna be hype. Like there's no way it won't be. My hands are not gonna let that not be a hype environment. So expect hype. Expect hype and just expect the best. I mean, that's what it's going to be. It's got to be the best. We're doing it for that reason. To be the best. We're there. That's the point.